Hi everyone, welcome back. Another week, another tutorial. Thank you for joining me. Now, in this tutorial, I was going to put up a windmill, but unfortunately, the first half of the video did not turn out as expected. Okay, it was very dark. For some reason, I could only imagine that the settings on the camera automatically adjusted for some strange reason, but for the first half of the video it's very dark and I was very unhappy with it. I might still put it up. I'm going to put up this tutorial instead, and I might put up the windmill tutorial then, perhaps this evening or tomorrow or something. I tried messing around with the video editor, trying to get it right, trying to brighten it up slightly, but it became very sort of saturated, if you know what I mean. So I managed to brighten it slightly, the first half of the video, and it's not too bad now, it's watchable, but it's very dark on the first half. So I'm apologising now in advance for that, alright? I was very upset with it, it just drove me crazy. So look, I'm going to do another tutorial for you, and it's based on a picture which I uploaded on my Facebook page. It's a lovely snow scene with a cottage, and there's a lovely kind of rich pinky red in the sky. So I'm going to show you here. I have this one finished hanging up. I'm going to do this, so I'm going to turn the camera around here and show you, alright? So here we are. This is the picture which I am going to paint. And you can see there's a lovely kind of a warm sky there, and lovely warm greys, and that's what I love about this picture. It's nice warm pinky kind of greys. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put it on. Now this is only in 10 by 12 canvas. It's a small canvas, but I'm going to put it on this, a nice wide format. Okay, I think that would be nice. Show you how to stretch a picture and make it a different kind of a shape, but keeping it the same. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now I have the photograph of the windmill here, and that's the finished windmill, and it's beautiful, isn't it? It turned out really nice. The trees turned out really nice also, and I was going mad that it came out so bloody dark on the video, because I really wanted to show you about these trees and about creating shadows like that on a curve, you see. So I was very unhappy with how the video turned out. I might still upload it. Again, I apologise in advance. You would probably be very annoyed watching the first half of the video, so I do apologise, but I might do it again. What I'll do is, look, I'll upload a video of this, the tutorial, and tell me what you think. If it's just driving you mad and you can't watch it, just be honest and tell me that the picture quality is terrible, and I will paint another, and I will do another tutorial on the very same picture, okay? Because I want to give you a good tutorial. I don't want you to be watching something that's very poor quality. So that's what I'll do. I'll upload it and just give me your suggestions, see what you think, alright? And in the meantime, do send me some questions and I will do a tutorial with some questions and answers next week. Okay, so that's it. Let's get painting. Let's do a lovely snow scene. Alright, thank you for your support. I'm getting stronger and stronger with every picture I do. Alright, so thank you so much. God bless, and don't go anywhere. Okay, palette on the other side this time, and I'm going to name my colours for you. It's just a small palette, a handful of colours. I have titanium white, Naples yellow, which I have in every single painting. I know it probably drives you mad out there, but look, it's one of my favourite colours, and it's just very easy to work with. So, cadmium red, I have lamp black, I have some cobalt blue, and burnt umber. And that is it. That's all we need. A handful of colours. Now I'm looking at the picture up there, you should see it on your screen. By the way, I will name these colours on the screen as well also, to make it easier for you to see and read the colours. So, here we are. We have the horizon line. I'm going to go just about halfway, give it a little wiggle, then it goes up the hill like that, doesn't it? Then we have another kind of a ditch, comes along there. And we have a little rise just there. Now we won't worry about the house for now, but look, I'll put it in anyway so you can see. There. So that's going to be our little cottage down there. Nice simple cottage, okay? Nice and easy. Job done. A quick sketch. And this again is it's an 20 inches wide by 8 inches down, okay? And it's primed twice with my own primer. Now also I have with me a cup of tea, nice Irish tea. So let's start. I'm going to take my green brush, stubby green brush. By the way, if you want any of these brushes, just whack me an email, just throw me an email and I'll get them to you. I can post them off to you. I am still waiting for a big delivery to come in. The art store said 2 to 3 weeks, and that was 2 to 3 weeks ago, so I'm still waiting. They should be contacting me very, very soon, in the next few days anyhow. So as soon as I have these in stock, I will be getting back onto you. I have your emails and I get back onto you, okay? So let's go. Dampen the brush very, very, very lightly. And let's get this nice warm colour in the centre. It's a lovely pinky kind of a colour, isn't it? So I'm going to take for that some Naples yellow, some white, plenty of each, and some red. And that Naples yellow with the red will make it nice and warm, a nice warm kind of a sunny colour. Let's just put that in the middle. Now look at that. I'm going to put that right along there. And then I'm going to dry the brush well, just to get most of that colour off. Let me do it here so you can see. To scrape most of that colour off, I'm going to take some yellow, mix it in there, and I'm going to put some of that through there as well, look, just in the middle. Because I want this to be really rich and vibrant. Putting a bit of red across it here and there. And that, I think, will do. That's that. That colour's finished. Now I'm going to leave this colour on my brush. I'll just give it a very quick clean on the tissue and I'm leaving the colour there because that helps the composition. So I'm going to go for a nice warm grey. I'm going to take some, let me see now. I'll take some black, just some black, mix it into that. And again, a slightly damp brush, just only very, very, very slightly. Let's take some white to thicken it up a bit. Let's have a look at that. Now that's still a bit dry, isn't it? So I'm going to dampen my brush, just the corner of the brush, just very slightly, just to moisten it a little. Some black, and some red, and some white. And that gives us a lovely warm grey, doesn't it? Look at that. And we can make this lighter and darker as we need. Now let's take some more white and put that white across here and just soften it all the way through. And create some clouds, look. And I'm going at a very slight angle with this now as well, just to help give a little perspective in the painting. Now a slightly darker colour here, a bit of black. Mixing all this now on the same brush, in the same part of the palette. And let's give it some cloud, look. Let's put a little dab of cloud through here and there. Then come right down over your mountain. So I'm doing all this now with just one brush. You see, it's just easy. Just keep it nice and easy. Now if you have a flat brush, if you're using something with a very flat tip on it, you can introduce some cloud that way too. So look, give it a couple of wiggles here and there. Creating that little bit of cloud just there, coming into the painting, perhaps a little bit on this side, Couple of dark clouds here and there. And let's go now, let's get nice and dark with this up on the top. Just black on its own. There we go, look. Just wiggle it along here and there. And I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. There. That's a nice bit of sun now poking through, isn't it? Now I'm going to switch brushes, go to the smaller little brush. Nice clean brush. Okay. And let's just take a little white. And a touch of that red, just a touch. Let's make a very bright pink, whitey kind of a pink. And let's just add a little couple of clouds. So this is the underside of some clouds here. See, just here and there, look. Just to add to the sky, just a little. Now, that's it. Take a soft brush and soften those very, very slightly into that sky. Again, I'm keeping it nice and simple, a nice simple sky for this. So there. Now, let's move on to the hills, will we? And the hills. I will take, let me take a look at my brushes here. Something a bit bigger than that, I think. Okay, let's go with this. A medium flat brush. Again, look, it's kind of splayed out. It's worn, it's an old brush, a cheap old brush. Let's use that. Okay, dampen the brush and let's make a nice light grey for this. Let's take some white and let's take a touch of cobalt blue. Now I'm going to dampen that. Again, you want it nice and sort of creamy is the word I'm looking for. Nice and creamy. And let's take a touch of red. Whoa, that's a bit much, wasn't it? Let's just clean that. Get some more blue, some more white. And let's take a touch of that black. Soften it down slightly. Now, a nice creamy colour. Okay? Let's try that. Take a bit more white. And let's call up into the sky, look, and give it a wiggle as you're going. Because hills and mountains will not be straight, will they? And let's paint that colour right down. So let's mix plenty of this colour now. Okay, plenty of white, bit of blue, bit of red, bit of black. Let's mix plenty of that up. And it's nice and creamy. And let's go right across there now, over the roof of the house. Fill all that in all the way down. And you can see it is quite thin. But I will build thicker colours on top of this then, you see, later. This is just a kind of an undercoat really. The base painting. But there we are, there's that. Now let's pick up some thick white. And let's throw a little bit of thick white paint in just here and there, look. Creating a little bit of texture in the hills off in the distance. See? It's just kind of jumping around on the canvas. And I'm allowing it to kind of hit and miss here and there. Then I'm going to get a small darker colour with some blue and some red and plenty of black. And let's take some white into this also. Now, more on the blue side I'm thinking. And I want to darken this down here slightly. So the colour is going to get a darker grade as it comes down. That just helps give it some depth, you know. Kind of pushes everything else off into the distance. Paint right through your house if you want. Look, paint right through the house. Now, let's take some burnt umber and some black. I'm using just little bits of paint on the tip of the brush here, okay? Just little bits at a time as I go. Let's add some of that colour in there. Just there and there. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take my small flat brush and I'm going to create some different layers here. So I'm going to take some white, touch of red, touch of Naples yellow, and I'm just going to create a different field. So I'm just going to come along here and go like that. So let's imagine there's another field now cutting in front of that hill, coming across this way. Okay, like so. And it's just a different field, a different layer of white, that's all. The white that I'm putting on now, you see, is blending with the white, with this grey that's already here. So it's making some lovely natural kind of tones, highlights and lowlights and all sorts of lovely things. Now a bit of black and a bit of blue. I want to darken the end of this field slightly. Like so. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is put a row of trees all the way along here. Now I might put some up there as well. You know, it's up to ourselves. Let's try it. Let's get some black, some blue and some Naples yellow. Just to give it that little hint of green. And look, let's take some burnt umber as well. So all these colours together now should give us a nice dirty kind of a muddy colour. Lots of thick paint, look at that. Now, I'm going to start, let me see now for a second here. Okay, look, I'm going to put a big one in the middle here. And I'm going to go along this little ridge that we just painted and dab a nice row of trees across there. And they're getting bigger and smaller and higher and lower and all sorts of stuff. Trees are very spontaneous, they just go wherever they like. You put a big one here, yes? See, look, just dab, 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 dab. Like so. And let's get a bit of darker colour on this. So there is going to be a shadow side on these trees also, because I'm going to put some snow on these later. And let me take a look now. I'm going to take a small pointy brush and take some burnt umber, and I'm going to put a suggestion of telegraph poles off in the distance up there. Okay, let's go through the snow here with this one. And let's put a little string, tiny little string between them. And with this small flat brush then just suggest a hint of trees just there. And we can even do a pointy one as well, look. That's it. Now I will take another flat brush, a dry, clean flat brush, with some white and a touch of that Naples, and cut in front of those like that. Okay? Thus creating another layer. You see? That's another new layer we have there. Now I'm going to do the very same with this. So I'm going to take some white, little Naples yellow and a touch of red. And I'm going to create this sunlit area here on the snow, look. Isn't that just lovely? And I'm pulling it, I'm flicking it back into the darker colour. Okay? So now we have that nice glow on the snow, don't we? And I'm going to come across here and I'm going to sit these down just by flicking some little bits of white across underneath. And I'm creating some texture at the same time as well. Okay? So that's a nice little separation we have, isn't it? Now I'm going to take some burnt umber, the cobalt blue, and I'm going to come over here and put a nice tree on this side of the cottage. And I'm working wet into wet now, so you really want to be keeping your brushes, cleaning your brushes between colours on this. You can see now I'm picking up the white, but that's fine. I don't mind. I really don't. Let's put a nice little tree like that. A little fir tree or something like that here and there. Okay, looks good. Leave that as it is. Alright. Let's put another row of trees this way. You see, I'm making this painting my own. I'm not copying the one exactly that I'm looking at. Another row of trees at a slight angle there, coming down a different field, like so. And then again, with our small flat brush, give it a quick clean and pick up some of that white and let's cut in underneath those. See? Now we have a little hedge, a little ditch. That's how I create my little ditches. That nice and easy. Right, cottage. It is time for the cottage, my friends. Before I do the cottage, I'm just going to come in around the side of it there with some dark snow. There we go. That's it. Okay. Let's get a nice cottage here. We have some burnt umber. I just dampen your brush again very, very, very gently. And a touch of cadmium red. And let's put that in. And I'll take a touch of red for this side and then pick up some black Let's put some black on that side. And I'm allowing all these colours now to sort of mix around on the canvas, you see? The red is picking up the black is picking up the red. And I'm only just barely striking the canvas with the tip of the brush. Just like that, very gently. Again, the bit of red you see complements all these lovely warm colours. And that's that. Then we have a nice bright side. So I'm going to take some white and I'm going to take a touch of Naples yellow. And I'm going to paint in the bright side of the house. Now you can use whatever brush you like for this. A small pointy one, if that makes it more comfortable for you. I just picked up this flat one. I'm used to using these flat brushes, you see, that's all. That's my bright side, and I'm going to just warm it very slightly again, because remember that sun could be hitting certain parts of it. There we go, just like that. Then I'm going to take some blue and some red. Make a nice shadow colour for the dark side of the cottage. Let's try this here. Oh, it's a bit pink, or a bit reddy should I say. A bit more blue into that. I'm just adding little bits as I go, until I feel it's the right colour. I think a bit darker, just a little. Touch of black. Because remember, it needs to be darker than the snow at the side here, so that it shows out and you can see it. So put that in the cross. Then I'm going to take some burnt umber with some black and add some of that to this side here, and then soften it across. Look, and it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. Now you can put your finger down where it joins, okay? Just to sort of, see, soften the edge a little. Now, pointy brush, small pointy brush. Let me take a little black, a little brown, and let's just straighten the edge of the roof first. And let's go down this side of the roof. And let's go along under this section of the roof here. Just wiggle it here and there. And we're going to have windows, aren't we? Let's take some cobalt blue with some black and put in 2 windows. Okay, one here. It doesn't have to show too much detail because it's just an impression. And let's put in one here. And I'm going to take some black on the tip of my brush and just show a little bit of the reveal there, just to give it a little bit of detail, just a hint. Look, a couple of little dabs, that's all. And I suppose a door. Let's take some cadmium red and some brown and put a nice warm door there. I don't know why, but a lot of Irish cottages have these red doors. And it's just a nice colour, nice warm colour. Okay, clean the brush and take some black and show the reveal on that side. Now, little chimney on the top of this. Like so. Clean the brush again, then take some dark colour and let's put a dark side on this. Then let's add a little touch of shadow to the roof. A little bit of black, pull that down like that. See, nice and simple and keeping it easy for you. And I'm going to take another brush, another flat brush, any kind of a brush at all, and I'm going to put some turf on the side of that cottage, because they store a lot of turf on the side of the cottages here to keep them going for the winter. Okay, just like so. And we can add some little bits to it. Let's imagine that there are some little bits and pieces lying around here and there against the house. So let's put a ladder there, like so. You know, little bits and pieces. It is a cottage after all. It's not going to be spotlessly clean, is it? There. And take a touch of Naples yellow. Add a little bit of highlight here and there. Okay. See, very quickly. And then we're moving on to the rest of this snow. So this brush again, dampen it slightly, dab it on your tissue, and let's take some blue, some red, little black, and then some white. There we go, let's have a look at this colour. Ah, that's a nice rich colour there now, isn't it? So generally, when I paint snow, I kind of tend to work from dark to light. So I put in a dark colour like this first, okay? Let me show you. I put in the darks like this, and then I work my white snow on top of that, you see. And that's just how I kind of paint a snow scene. I know a lot of artists will put on white first and then put on their darker shadows into that, and that's completely fine, but I just like doing it this way. Now there's going to be a shadow cast on this because all the shadows are on the right hand side, aren't they? So I'm just going to put a bit of dark across there like that, soften it in, okay, just to suggest a little bit of shadow there. And I'm going to take a little flat brush and create some little texture on the snow. So again, Naples yellow, red and white, and we're going to let's create some nice light around the place on the snow. Okay, just flick it around here and there. Great fun, this. I want to create a new ridge here, look. So this one comes across like that. So it kind of comes along and turns. And then we have another one which goes the opposite way. Okay? So now we have these two sort of ditches where they kind of meet. Okay, see that? And I might put a little fence post or something in there. Now, let me just take some red and some Naples yellow, nice rich colour, because I want to really put in some nice warm colours reflecting from the sky. Okay, just drag it across here and there, look. And we put a bit up here. And that's why I like using flat brushes, it gives you nice control for this type of thing. And perhaps a little just there. And let's put a little fence post. Let's put in a little fence post. Yeah, there's a little fence post there. We have a little tree as well also. We can put in the tree as well. Okay, some black and some brown. And let's put a fence post in this way. Again, I'm not going to copy the painting I already have exactly. Change it around a little. And one that's kind of broken down here. Then I'll take some blue with some of that red and create a nice shadow, because The light source is right up in the centre of the painting here. All the shadows are going to come away from that, okay? So, let me show you. Let me just pull a shadow across here like that. And then this one gets flatter, and this one comes almost directly towards us, doesn't it? And then this one goes out again, and this one again. Okay, follow that? And then take a soft brush and kind of just soften them very gently in. Just pull them in that direction, look. So there. How's that looking? Again, a couple of little strings here and there. Just an impression. And we have a tree, don't we? I'm going to put a big tree in there because I love painting trees. I'm going to take this little round brush and let's get some burnt umber again and a little black. I'm not using just burnt umber for this because it might stand out a bit much on the painting, so I'm just adding some black to it, just a little. And let's go with this tree. Okay, a tree just here, we'll say. Yes? Give it a nice wiggle as it comes up. Now, do you want me to zoom in? I think I'll zoom in slightly, will I? So you can see much better what I'm doing. Yes? That's better, isn't it? Okay. Do a nice tree. Just wiggle the brush around as you go. And branches. And we will put some snow on this as well, by the way. Then I'm going to switch to a small brush, small pointy brush. And get some smaller little branches here and there. There, that's fine. That'll do fine. Now let's set that down on the floor, because at the moment it's just kind of hovering in mid-air, isn't it? Let's put a little bush just next to it there. Okay. And then we're going to have a little shadow. Remember? We'll have a small shadow coming off of that. So let's pull a little shadow through the snow like so. Now, how's that looking? Okay, I'm going to take some white and I'm just going to pull some white across here. There you go. And I'm going to go back to that shadow and just make that just a little, yep, just a little more so you can see it that little bit better. Now I want to just dirty this wall here because it looks fairly kind of bright and clean and fresh, doesn't it? I am going to dirty it just a little. Just take a little bit of dirty paint and look, just dab here and there with the tippy old brush. Nice and dirty, look at that. Add a bit of texture to that wall. And also, to create more life on this, take some of your shadow colour, some of that bluey, mauvey colour, and put it just under here. And that's the shadow being cast in from the edge of the roof, you see. So now, how are we looking now? Okay, I'm going to clean this big brush. Give it a quick clean, And I'm going to take some white and start putting some snow on this tree here. So just white paint on its own, and let's just start dabbing some snow on that tree. There we go. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to go back into that white. Then we just get some more white up here, and I'm going to suggest some snow also on some of these on the light side. Okay. A little bit along the tips of the bushes, perhaps a little bit just there, look. Let me see now, can you see everything that I'm seeing here? Let me just zoom back slightly, there we go. And a little bit of snow, just here and there, on some of these bushes and trees. Like that. There goes that. And that's just a nice little quick tutorial. Just on that little snow scene there. And what about some smoke coming out of a chimney? Should we try that? Let's get some smoke, okay? Dry brush, little touch of white just on the tip of your brush, and very gentle circular motions. Okay? And the smoke now is being blown off here. So I'm just going to wiggle the brush around just with the tips of the brush and wiggle it around very randomly. Okay? And there we have smoke coming out of the chimney. Isn't that lovely? So anyway, you could keep adding and adding and adding to this. I might just darken it slightly over there because it looks a bit on the bright side for me. So I'm going to darken it just very slightly up there. Look. Scrub a little bit of dark across that. Looks a bit better, I think. And you could even create another ditch possibly on this. Would that be a good idea? Let's try it. There we go. And then take the flat brush and we cut in underneath that. Just a little bit of white on the brush. And just pull that in. Just gently pull it down, soften it in. And again, a little dab of white here and there. That's a bit better, isn't it, don't you think? Alright, last but by no means least, now you could actually, if you wanted to put some snow on the roof, so you just try and put a little bit of snow along the roof. Look, a little bit of snow, it's your point of your brush, so a little bit of snow just kind of resting here and there on the roof. And the very last thing you have to do on every painting, what is it? Come on now, tell me what it is. Yeah, you got it? You have to sign your name, don't you? S. Conway. And I should really be using a little pen for this, but the paint is wet, so I just use the paint I have on my brush. S. Conway, and then let's just stick a little bird up here somewhere because that's like my trademark. The bird in the painting. And there we go. Let me zoom in here now for you and show you up nice and close. Little cottage, some smoke, Some nice little shadows on those fences there, and some little trees with snow. A nice simple scene, but warm at the same time. Isn't that lovely? Now, I have a frame also. Let's put it in a frame and see what this bad boy looks like. Now, there we go. And look at that. Isn't that lovely? So, one snow scene finished and framed, just for you. Okay? So, I hope you like that. Let me turn the camera now so you can see me again properly. I hope this video turns out okay this time. If it doesn't, thank you very much for watching. If you want brushes, just send me an email. I can send whatever you like. Thank you so much for your support and your help and your compliments and your kindness. You've been very, very kind, and I really appreciate everything, all the support that you're giving me. It really does mean a lot to me. So keep tuning in for these tutorials. Again, I apologise for the windmill. It wasn't great. Let me know and I can do it again. Alright? So have fun painting. Go and get your brushes. Go right now and get your brushes and your paint and give this a go. Get crazy with some colours and just enjoy it. That's the most important thing, isn't it? Have fun, enjoy what you're doing, and send me all your pictures for reviews. I'd love to see how you're doing if you're following me along. I'd be only too happy to give you my input. So yeah, happy days. Go and get painting. I'll see you later, and thank you all very much for watching again.